in the standings. These two countries right up at the top, probably already with 1 foot in the second round. Now remember, 7 teams from the Americas will qualify for the 32-team FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019, which will be in China. Will Uruguay be one of them? Well, they certainly were impressive in their November games, but tonight comes a test that they haven't faced yet in the qualifiers, albeit it's a test against a South American rival that they know a lot about, Argentina. Clearly one of the class acts in international basketball. The golden generation, well, some of those members still around. You still have the likes of Luis Scola. You see that he has come back for this game, and the word legend usually only applies to those who have already left the game and moved into a different phase of their lives. But for Luis Scola, it applies now. He is legendary. He is an Olympic gold medal winner in 2014. There he is. He got to the final of the 2002 FIBA Basketball World Cup. He got the bronze medal at the 2008 Olympics, and of course reached the top of the podium before at different FIBA Americas championships. See Andres Nocioni there. Well, he has called it quits in his career. His last games with Argentina were at the 2016 Olympics. They're in the gray shorts, but a lot of good and promising youngsters in this Argentina lineup with some veterans, and the onus is on Sergio Hernandez, the coach, one of the best coaches in the business, make no mistake about it, to bring a smooth transition for Argentina as they try to remain among the elite in the Americas. Well, as you look at the rankings of these teams, Argentina are number 6 in the FIBA World Ranking presented by Nike, and Uruguay are coming in at number 39. So that tells a story in and of itself. There's Sergio Hernandez. What a great man. You know him, and you probably love him. He's a great, great figure who, his first big tournament with Argentina was the 2006 FIBA Basketball World Cup. They got to the semifinals. They came within a made Andres Nocioni three-pointer of making it to the final against Spain. Anyway, we're going to have a pause in the commentary for the playing of the national anthems.
A continuación entonamos las estrofas de nuestro himno nacional. Argentina, Argentina,
Well, they see, folks, the players, they know each other. They're going to meet at midcourt, wish each other well here at the start, and the coaches as well.
De México, Cristina Domínguez. De Brasil, Fabiano Uber. Los árbitros de este partido aquí en
Olavarría. Going to get a look at the referees here in just a second, as well as the rosters and the starting fives for both of these teams. There's Hernandez shaking their hands. Krishna Dominguez, Fabiano Uber, and Guilherme Locatelli. So they have the look of three referees that mean business, don't they? Looking directly at the camera, and they're ready to rumble. They know this is going to be an intense, emotionally charged game. And with Uruguay, you have to point out Bruno Fittipaldo, who plays professionally in Europe, but he was injured, not able to play back in November. Calfani as well. Barrera, he played very well last time. Sebastian Vasquez. And they're coached by Marcelo Signorelli, who is an Argentinian. And he is going to go with Fittipaldo, Calfani, Vasquez, Esteban Batista, of course, and Luciano Parodi. So with Esteban Batista, you have a player who has been in the NBA before, albeit briefly, has had a lot of success, though, in his career, and he loves putting on the Uruguay shirt. Make no mistake about it. Luis Scola over the top. We've talked about him. Laprovitola, also playing in Europe now. Brasino, who's had a run in the NBA, is here. D'Elia, Deck, Redivo, Manoldi, all these guys will play significant minutes, we expect, tonight under coach Sergio Hernandez. And the starting five, well, it'll be Scola, Laprovitola, Nicola Brasino, D'Elia, and Lucio Redivo. D'Elia is part of a very good UCAM Murcia team in the Spanish Liga Endesa, the ACB, or ACB, and getting good quality minutes with that team. And well, it's a team that's made it to the round of 16, the Basketball Champions League, and a team that is probably, you'd say, just outside the top 8 in the Liga Endesa. So they're still chasing a spot in the playoffs. He's getting a lot of good experience there. Marcelo Signorelli coached Uruguay as well at last summer's FIBA Americas Cup. And Uruguay were one of the hosts of that event. And they're all about progress. They're all about, you know, getting better. Will they make it to the World Cup? Well, you expect Hernandez and Argentina to, and that puts even more pressure on him and really his players. But, you know, when you have the level of excellence that they've had over the years, that's just the way it is. That's the expectation. And Hernandez, he will get it right. He will get it right in the long term, and Argentina will get better. And don't forget, they too, not at full strength, particularly, well, you've got the likes of Nocioni there in your screen, who talk about legends. I mean, he was one of them. He was one of the Olympic gold medal winners in 2004. But you've got others who will play for Argentina in the June-July window. And none would be as perhaps important in that sense. Coming back would be Facundo Campazzo. Hello, everybody. Good evening, and welcome to Olavarría, Argentina. Olavarría, rather, Argentina. This is the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 Americas Qualifier between Argentina in white and Uruguay in the dark uniforms. And Vasquez, or Calfani, has picked up a foul here right at the start. Looks like we might have another game that's where it's called very close Now the jump shot and the rebound from Uruguay. Fittipaldo drives in and banks in the first points of the game. Scola has it. Spins, puts it up off the glass. And the follow and the miss by Brusino. Now on the right, and Scola grabs the board. Scola pulls up on the break and attempts the three-pointer. You'd like to get that first one just to settle down Argentina immediately. Calfani. And Calfani misses. Now Laprovitola. Here the Argentinian crowd getting behind their team here from the start. D'Elia gets it back. Oh, that was short. And the ball thrown ahead of Vasquez. Uruguay trying to get down the court and beat Argentina to get some easy baskets. And the drive and the shot is good. So Brusino puts Argentina on the board. Esteban Batista trying to make the interior pass. And good hustle from Laprovitola. Now Hernandez thought he got fouled. You can see the wry grin on his face. Parodi with the shot clock winding down. I don't think he got it off in time, but he actually glanced it off the rim. Shot is good from Lucas Redivo. Plays for Bilbao Basket in Spain's Liga Endesa. Batista makes the difficult pass. Brusino did a good job defensively, just raised his hands. And now he catches it, whips it into the corner. Jump shot is good. And Redivo looks the part. So 5 points for him. That was a three. And that miss was bad from Calfani. Redivo's pass batted, but into the hands of Laprovitola. And Laprovitola banks it in. Of course, he had a stint in the NBA earlier this season with San Antonio. Well, last season, in fact. And the ball rebounded. Now he's got it. And the drive, and Uruguay appealing for a travel, but it's not going to be called. Laprovitola is playing with Juventud Badalona right now. It was right after the Olympics in 2016 that Laprovitola did have spent some time with San Antonio Spurs, but ultimately came to Europe, played for Baskonia, and went to Russia, and has since come from Zenit St. Petersburg to Juventud Badalona. Parodi misses, but Vasquez with the rebound goes up, and Esteban Batista again with an offensive rebound and putback, and finally Uruguay score again. Stops a level run from Argentina. Scola, shot an air ball there. And beautiful play, quick pass to Calfani going down the lane. So Scola's had a tough start shooting. He's missed his first 3 shots. Bounce pass to Laprovitola, and D'Elia goes in there for the rebound. Now Brasino flies in from the right and dunks it with 2 hands. And Signorelli's seen enough. He wants to have a timeout. Again, he's got the reputation as the shooter, so Fittipaldo runs at him. But then Brasino says, well, if you're going to let me get to the basket, I'm just going to go.
Mati, pelado, rompe y pasá. No vayas al step, tenés que romper y pasar. Es la defensa de los bloqueos directos acá lo que nos está dañando. Y después el box out. Nos toman 2 rebotes ofensivos y nos anotan. Entre todos nosotros. Después le ponemos la bola a Esteban. Le ponemos la bola a Esteban. Matías está acá. Matías tiene que estar acá o acá.
A ver.
Por la falta.
No me
No
gusta,
porque
está
él.
muy sentado.
Vos lo vas acompañando.
4:29
Bueno,
para
tira
finalizar
acá.
este primer
Buscalo
cuarto.
acá. ¿Para qué necesitas ir más lejos?
Tenemos una remera para regalar. A ver. Ahí está. Allá.
Hey.
Acá. Ahí, Ahí. ¿Dónde? No. Allá.
One of the things we like to do is take you down to the huddle so you can listen in.
4:29 para finalizar este primer cuarto. 13 para Argentina, 6 para Uruguay.
And Vasquez coming out of the timeout, scores down low. Now Brasino comes up high. And Scola turns and banks it in. Fittipaldo splits the D, but then kind of loses his footing and then loses the ball. Into the corner it goes, Redivo, another one. Lucas Redivo. Parodi. Vasquez flies in from the right to try to knock it away. And back he goes, and Calfani jumps up and dunks it with two hands. Good break, good minutes, and good hustle from Uruguay getting down the floor. And the shot is good from Calfani, who's coming to life a little bit. Now the ball turns over into the hands of Calfani. And Vidal, who's checked into the game, has it. He was very impressive, I thought, in the November qualifiers. And Batista drives in, uses the big body, but not able to get it to go down. Case, also a youngster in the game, number 5. He's guarding the ball. And Scola gets inside, and a foul is called. First free throw is good from Scola. Second one is good as well. And good turn inside from Batista. Scola turns. D'Elia gets the rebound. Casino open. It's good. Vidal open. Good. He gets it right back. Vitola. Brasino, another attempt this time, no good, and Calfani boxes out. Vidal back outside to Calfani. Vidal, nobody was in there to rebound. Oh, look at him pass it around, but then they turned it over. And Brasino runs down the lane and dunks another one. Esteban Batista turns, and the charge has been called. Attila Passos checks into the game for Uruguay. And a block has been called. So this sportsmanlike foul was called, which puts Laprovitola at the line, and he makes the first one. And actually, sorry, it was at the end of the quarter. That's why there was nobody at the line with him. So Laprovitola makes both, and at the end of the first quarter, Argentina in command, 27-16. Looking back at some of the highlights, and also I'll tell you that Laprovitola has 8 points and 4 assists for Argentina. Calfani has 5 points and 3 rebounds. And from a team standpoint, Argentina are 9 of 19 from the floor, 6 of 12 inside the arc, and 3 of 7 from deep. They've made all 6 of their free throw attempts, and they have 11 rebounds. Uruguay are 7 of 17 overall from the floor, 6 of 10 inside the arc, and 1 of 7 from three-point range. They've only taken 1 free throw and made it, and they have 9 rebounds. And also, interestingly, Uruguay have 5 turnovers, 2 turnovers for Argentina. Messino's been very active. He's got 7 points, and Lucas Redivo also, like Laprovitola has 8 points. So good balanced scoring. Scola missed his first 3 shots, but now he's got 4 points, including a couple of makes at the free throw line. Three-pointer is good. Well, Messino's doing everything. He's showing you that he, spent some time with the Mavericks. And while he didn't really probably get the playing time that he craved, you're only going to get better in that situation. He's now with Gran Canaria and the Liga Endesa. Spanish League Endesa. Vidal for 3. Alley-oop pass, and well read by Calfani. Vidal open, so he's going to take it, but he's short. And the drive, and Passos gets the rebound. So Brasino, back to him, he was obviously after the Olympics, he joined Dallas, but played 5 games with the Texas Legends in the D-League. That was 2016, 2017. Then he was with the Atlanta Hawks at the start of this season, and then with the Erie Bay Hawks, but he left the team in December, and he has since joined Gran Canaria, Herbalife Gran Canaria, and has done well, averaged almost 8.5 points per game. Hostas gets it down low, and good strong move from him. And the ball turns over. And hustling down the floor was Parodi. And Sergio Hernandez wants to nip this one in the bud. He calls timeout.
Ponemos la música.
Dale por Nico vos.
Miren las pantallas ahora.
Ahí está. Dale descanso.
Ahí está, a ver. Besí. Bien. Ah, bueno.
Tengamos una racha, saquemos 14 puntos.
So look at the scenes here on the Argentina bench. It's, you know, touching on that subject of these players from Argentina. Some of them have been in the NBA, then they've gone to Europe. And you have some clubs like Herbalife Gran Canaria in Spain are like a model club in terms of attracting really good international talent. When you think about it, Albert Oliver, okay, he's Spanish, but he's played for Spain in the World Cup qualifiers. Marcus Ericsson, he had a big game today playing for Sweden in their win over Turkey. Gal Meckel, played for Israel in their win over Great Britain today. You've got Brasino, you've got Andres Balvin, who helped the Czech Republic win in Bulgaria today. Eulis Baith, who plays for the Dominican Republic. Andres Pasechniks of Latvia, Xavi Rabiceta of Spain. I mean, that is incredible, isn't it? As well as Pablo Aguilar of Spain. So congratulations to Gran Canaria for bringing that top talent to your club and then letting them show it, letting them return and go back to play for their countries. It's a big honor for them, and it certainly makes your club look better. Bobby in the game for Argentina. Hasos gets the rebound. And Calfani couldn't believe how wide open he was. He stayed with it. He was able to tap it in over Leo Minoldi. So Uruguay have got it back now to an 8-point deficit. And now dribbling the ball. Tierra loses it. The youngster goes out of bounds. And these are the types of turnovers that Hernandez knows he's got to live with as he tries to move into this new era of Argentinian basketball. So you have a player like Scola for Argentina, and he plays in China, and he comes all the way back for the World Cup qualifier. And look what it means to these fans who show up. I mean, it is such a boost for basketball in Argentina to be able to watch their hero play for the national team. Wonderful moment. He did it in November, and he's come back for this one as well. And now the ball goes off of Vidal. And the drive and the basket is good from Redivo. And certainly his stock keeps going up and up. Now the three-point attempt is good from Uruguay. And it's Barrera. He played fantastic against Panama back in November. And the penetration, and the ball goes back over to Argentina. Ball goes the other way now. Calfani handles it well for a big man. And Parodi misses. Fierro has it now in the open floor. Now the little runner, and the basket is good from Rodivo. And the drive is good for Calfani. And Rodivo this time off target. Just a wonderful, wonderful occasion. I mean, yesterday we started things off in Asia and the Americas. Today we got some African basketball in on the action, as well as all of Europe played. And there'll be more games tomorrow. And Sunday and Monday. Fierro, good strong rebound. Pushes it up the floor. He's got a lot of potential. You can see it. And long attempt from Scythe. Alvareda, Parodi, oh, beautiful handoff, and Passos, they're going to count it. Passos has done pretty well since he's come in. But you have to tip your hat to Parodi here. Look at this. He knows the big man is there. And that was, I'll tell you what, that was close to no sportsmanlike. Scola comes back into the game. Manoldi and Brusino. Bobby stays in the game with Rodivo. So Passos now going to come out. Scola turns, puts it up, misses. Parodi, and his bounce pass chased down in the corner. Barrera now bumped by Brusino. And the referee's going to hear from the crowd there. Iglesias also in the game, number one. Here he is. He launches it for Uruguay. And the whistle's blowing frequently right now. So Minolta goes out. And D'Elia comes back in. He's going up against Iglesias. Not be surprised to see D'Elia try to get more involved in the offense. And that might free up Scola a little bit. You've also got Panama, Paraguay playing in Group A tonight. And in Group C, you've got Mexico and Puerto Rico and the USA against Cuba. And D'Elia this time misses. Now Barrera. Good quick pass. Now into the corner. Look at him swing it. Good basketball. Perotti finishes it with a three. Get on your feet, Uruguay. Your team's playing some good basketball now. Look at how many passes they make. And of course, it ends up with Perotti, who's a good shooter. Now Fierro is going to come back into the game. Fierro is (20 years of age. So you can see he's got that immense talent, 1.19 meters in height, 6 feet 3 inches. Looks taller than that to me. Now Esteban Batista gets inside and earns a trip to the free throw line. Argentina led by 14 points, but Uruguay can, well, I was going to say they could tie it, but now they can get to within one. Oh, Batista missed both. Not like him. Now into the corner it goes, and Brasino, that is on line. Boy, he's got a beautiful stroke, doesn't he? And you could see the Uruguay coach kind of express some frustration that his players left him open. Now Iglesias gets it right back. Not backing down, the Uruguayans now. They've got themselves right back in the game. Oh, what an attempt. It had to be tapped in by D'Elia. Devo is a player, that's for sure. Batista. And Lapper Vitola was looking to make the killer pass there. I'm not sure what Sergio is saying. Oh, he's complaining about the charge. So a timeout on the floor. And Signorelli's getting some feedback, and now he's going to talk to his players.
La pones en cancha, ¿está? Cantás cuerno, vas para el lado de Gonza. Pasás, acá está Bruno. ¿Está claro? Pasa, Gonza abre. Aquí la hace.
A ver.
A vos te tocó, sí.
Muy bien. Cambiamos, a ver. Otro más. La emoción en este partido entre Argentina y Uruguay. A ver.
So it looks like he's going to make a change
Amigo.
and bring in Balbi for Redivo.
Más corto, de fondo.
Uno más.
¿Sí? Corto es al bloqueo
Uno
que
más.
toma.
A ver.
¿Qué?
Sí, te tocó.
Vos, sí, vos.
Well, Nocioni, he played about as long as he could have, didn't he? I mean, he had some injuries, but he seemed to find a second wind in his career when he came back to Europe. Played for Baskonia, then Real Madrid, and then obviously, played for Argentina as long as he could. Made it a memorable Olympics in 2016 in Rio, and just had that sparkling, memorable, incredible game when they played Brazil. You might remember Nocioni started that game like a house on fire. He ended up having 37 points. It was an incredible display. He had 8 3-pointers in that game. But now he's gone from player to fan, and I guess a part of the Argentina team. He can do what he wants to with Argentina. Scola turns, puts it up off the glass and in. That's the Luis Scola that we know, right? And at the end of the halftime, right before the buzzer, Perotti launched one up, but that was good execution from Argentina to get that last shot and last basket. So we are at the break. Argentina lead at 42-36 over Uruguay in a battle of unbeatens.
Ahí están acomodando todo para poder empezar con su show. Estamos trabajando con el sonido de Herman August en este maxi colmado repleto. Esta es la respuesta que queríamos.
So we're at halftime, folks. 42-36. Argentina on top. Brusino has 13 points to lead all scorers. Barrera 7 for Uruguay. D'Elia 8 rebounds. Calfani has 5 rebounds for Uruguay and 6 assists for La Provitola, 4 for Perotti. We will be right back for the second half. Thanks for watching.
bien. Acá atrás, ¿no? Ahí, pónganse, ahí, uno al lado del otro. No, pará, no. Él no tenemos seguro para él, para ustedes sí. A ver, pasa, si le pegan, tiene seguro de espectador. Acá. Pónganse un poquito más al medio. Ahí está. Abrácense. Ahí está. Muy bien. Y levanten los brazos. A ver. Sube la música. Sube la palma. Arriba.
Y sube la congregación también a ellos. Eso. Arriba. Así todos.
Ahí va. Vamos, Santi. Santiago del Deportes. ¡Sí! Buenos días. A ver. ¡Eso! Tremendo.
Y otra vez los aplausos para ellos.
Venga para acá.
Brillante, chicos.
Un aplauso para ellos. Muy bien, fuerte el aplauso, gracias. Muy bien.
Estaba con un poquito de miedito, Augusto. Estaba con un poquito de miedito.
Venga.
Me parece que sí.
Venga los dos, venga. Vamos a hacer una más.
Me parece que estaba con un poquito de miedo, Augusto,
Pónganse.
Sí, por las dudas.
No, ahora lo vamos a poner acá para que pongas acá, acostado, mirando el techo, acá. Ahí. Acostado usted también. Uno, dos, uno más, ¿no?
¿Uno más?
Venga, sí.
¿A vos te parece, Mariano?
3. A ver, baje las rodillas usted. Ahí está. Bien pegado a él. 3. ¿Uno más? Uno más. Bien. A ver.
¿Quién se anima?
Venga los dos. Vamos. Vení. 3. Póngase ahí, al lado derecho. Bien pegadito. 4, 5. Bien pegado. Más pegado. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A ver, ¿está? Bueno, ahí vemos, Arriba las palmas. A ver. Vino uno enano que vino ahí. Venga. ¿Qué quería? Venga acá. ¿Cómo te llamas? Pedro, ¿qué querías hacer?
No, es que mi papá me dijo.
Papá, venga para acá. Se va a poner acá, papá.
Sí. Aplausos para el papá. Ahí está, que se va a sumar.
Va. Bien, más pegado. Acá, papá.
La más complicada la tocó el papá, con el Power King.
¿Cómo es tu nombre? Leo. No, pará, ahí. Tiene miedo, Leo. Ahí está. Levante los brazos y se corre bien. Vamos, Pedro, más ahí. Ahí está, perfecto. Ahí está. Tiene un miedo. Mirá, tomalo acá. Pará, no tenga tanto miedo. Lo entrenamos un par de veces. mirá, mirá. A ese lo conozco, Marcelo López. Ah, ese lo conozco. Muy bien, ahí está. A ese también, Luis Segura, ¿no? Ahí va. Mirá esa. Ah, están preparando un asadito ahí. ¿Cómo me decís?
Estamos tratando de elegir la más original.
Y vamos a seguir participando. Alguna con alguna carita, con algo. ¿Eh?
Ahí estamos nosotros.
Ahí estamos. Esa era la más original.
Nos vamos a entregar a nosotros, madre.
Se ve el segundo tiempo, ya está. Ahí está. Muy bien.
Qué lindo recibir el alma de la barriga. El lunes volvemos a encontrarnos. Argentina, Paraguay. A las 18 otra vez se habilita este Maxi Gimnasio. Hoy colmado, repleto. Felices todos por esta respuesta. El agente de la barriga. Que suba esa musiquita, vamos Germán, que se viene el segundo tiempo, segunda ventana de eliminatorias, a la China 2019, ahí va. Seguro será muy emotiva, llegará al corazón de todos nosotros el próximo lunes. Volvemos a agradecer a los amigos periodistas de todo el país, de los distintos medios, también hay periodistas de Uruguay. Muchas gracias por su presencia. ¿Quiénes de ustedes estuvieron acá el 25 de mayo del 2000? Levanta la manito si tuvieras ahí el tema de los Stones. ¿Quiénes estuvieron el 25 de mayo del 2000? El que estudiando la barriga ese hecho histórico fue campeón por primera vez de Liga Nacional y después todo lo que vivimos, todo lo que siguió. Damas y caballeros, reconocimiento de dirigentes de clubes estudiantes para el grande de la selección argentina hoy. Alzamos la voz, se nos hincha el pecho para recibirlo, para presentarlo. Estalla nuestro corazón. Sí, señores, Sergio Santos, el hombre que llevó el mágico de la barriga a lo más alto de Sudamérica. Sergio Santos Hernández.
Well, folks, it's kind of unusual for Sergio Hernandez to read this right here. But look at this. Look at the love that's being shown Hernandez and Argentinian basketball here from Olivaria. And he realizes, Hernandez, that he's an icon, really, and that even though this happens in the middle of a very important game, he's going to go out in this celebration of basketball in Olivaria and say thank you and embrace the fact that Argentinian basketball is all one big family. It's really interesting. Just a lovely person. Can't stress that enough. And you see it as well in all of the Argentinian players. What you see is what you get. And it's easy to see why they connect so well with the fans. You know, you're talking about a country that has other famous sports as well. And even then, they all pull together. Listen to Coach Scola, Captain Scola.
Vamos, espera, muchacho, bloqueo directo entre vos y Matías.
Look at the passion, folks. Look, it's a big moment. Isn't this exciting stuff? World Cup qualifiers. South America, I have to say, what really strikes you about watching the games in the Americas, and especially in South America, is the passion, the emotion, and the devotion. I mean, it's incredible for the players and the fans. It's just it's unique. You don't, you know, and I just don't think that you get it the same intensity in the other parts that you get here. That's what's really special about this part of the world. We saw it last night with Venezuela when the Venezuelans were playing in front of their fans, and you feel the same thing tonight here in Argentina. And you better believe you also see it when Uruguay play at home. Now Batista has the ball stolen. Laprovitola gets it inside to Scola. Little jump hook. Parodi crosses midcourt, tries to get an easy one, and might have been better off just taking the shot there. Calfani back to Parodi. It's good. Well, they've hit some three-pointers tonight. And now it's just a three-point game, and Uruguay hanging tough. Argentina as a team are 5 of 12 from deep. And Uruguay now 5 of 17. Scola, though, nobody guarding him, and then he missed an easy one. Fittipaldo dribbles behind the back and hits a three and ties it. Wow. They are on their feet in Montevideo, getting excited about this Uruguayan basketball team. Redivo sees the path to the basket, and he takes it and draws the foul. But instead of getting quiet, this is the beauty of Argentinian basketball. They sense the players need the crowd, and the crowd is responding. And having attended the Olympics in 2016 and watched Argentina's fans come to support Argentina, it was unforgettable. So you ever have a chance to come watch the Argentinians? Of course, that was special as well because you had Ginobili, you had Delfino, you had Scola, Nocioni. They were kind of, in a way, saying goodbye to the golden generation, even though Scola continues to play. But that was definitely it for Ginobili and Nocioni. Inside, and good job from Esteban Batista. He ties it up again. Behind the back pass to Scola. Gabriel Deck in the game now. Laprovitola. Ball batted into the corner. Redivo. Now Uruguay with a chance to take the lead. Well, full marks to Coach Signorelli. He's kept his team focused. They were down 14 points, but here they are with a chance to go in front. And the bump and the foul, and they indeed take the lead with Fittipaldo now going to the line for an and one. And Fittipaldo does indeed take advantage, and now a three-point advantage. And Scola turns and doesn't pull the string. He pulls up short. We saw the same thing with D'Elia in the first half. Now Vazquez gets inside, puts it up, and that was an opportunity Uruguay will perhaps regret, especially if it leads to a basket here, and it does. It's a 4-point swing. Look how fit, though, Scola is. I mean, he's, you know, still looks like he could play another 4 years at least if he keeps staying in shape like this. Scola, 37 years of age. He's no spring chicken, but it doesn't matter. If you look after yourself, Calfani misses the three badly. La Provitola goes right into the lane, kicks it out to Redivo, and D'Elia gets the rebound. And now Deck takes it inside and draws the foul.
En cambio, en el equipo argentino se retira de Samanelli. En Uruguay ingresó Barrera, se retiró Vázquez.
Leo Minotti checks into the game for Argentina. Ooh, Deck is short. Argentina were trying to take the lead. Now they're going to try to tie it. Deck is 23 years of age. He played for Argentina at the 2016 Olympics. And Scola was able to get in for an easy tap, but missed it. Fittipaldo, another jump shot. And a three-pointer as well. Biggest lead of the game now for Uruguay. Deck turns the ball over. Into a wide open Fittipaldo. And the lead now 7 points. And Uruguay, having trailed by 14, now go to the bench firmly believing that they can get a monumental win for Uruguayan basketball tonight. And that's what it would be if they could get it on the road.
A ver, con el público. Arriba la música. Y a ver, ¿dónde? ¿A dónde? Vamos. ¿Está? ¿Está preparado? Ahora sí.
So Brasino's going to come back into the game.
A ver. Vamos, arriba.
Uno bajo.
Eso. Ahí, por este lado. Venga, Mati. Venga por este lado, acá. Ahí, debajo de las. No me la punta a la bandera. Ahí va. Una más.
Well, we've seen Fittipaldo again. He missed the November qualifiers through injury, but he's come back, and you can see what he means tonight. The captain has got 14 points. He's just hit a couple of threes, so now he's 3 of 5 from three-point range. Here's one of them. And now watch this one again. And that's when Argentina called the timeout. Plays for Sitigas Avellino in Italy. So he's playing at a pretty high level. Deck whips it over to Brasino on the baseline. It's good. Well, he's providing the points, and maybe in a way this is a good challenge for Argentina now that, you know, the inclination is to always rely on Scola, but now you bring Brasino back, and Brasino knows that when he's got the ball, he's got to look for his shot. La Provitola as well, but that was an air ball. No signs of panic from Hernandez. Only midway through this third quarter. Calfani wide open. Looks like they're giving him that shot. Back into Scola. And Scola goes to the line. Lucioni says, don't call my number, I'm not going in. I'm quite happy to be a spectator. Oh, Scola's short. He was short on that shot earlier as well tonight. Second one is good. And Argentina get it back. Sloppy play. Brasino looked like he lost it. And Manoldi filled the lane, catches it, and earns a trip to the free throw line. Don't forget not only Facundo Campazzo, but Patricio Garino, another player that is a part of this national team setup. Not able to play this time. And Manoldi, the veteran, cuts the deficit to 2. And Brasino raises his hand to say, I was the guy that committed the foul. Now the drive, the runner, and the basket is good from Fittipaldo. He's been the man in this third quarter for Uruguay. And that time Laprovitola turned it over. Calfani flies in and is fouled by Manoldi. Unfortunately for Argentina, Calfani misses the first one. Calfani makes the second, though. Takes it up to a 5-point lead. And this time Scola turned into Calfani, and Calfani picks up the foul. So Calfani comes out, and Iglesias is in. Barrera and Passos also in the game. Second one's good. Back to a three-point game, but they better find Fittipaldo when they go to the other end because he's been the guy that's been doing the damage. Redivo also back in the game. Passos gets it inside and gets an easy one. And the drive from Brasino, nope, but Scola there for the putback. Barreda dancing around, passes to Passos off his hands. Now Deck, open floor, gets it back to Scola, and Scola goes to the line. Got up and down the floor pretty well for a 37-year-old, didn't he? And Signorelli hearing it from his compatriots. Scola makes the first one to get it back to a 2-point deficit now. I mean, psychologically, this is very difficult, you would think, for Uruguay. It's one thing to be on top of Argentina, but it's another thing to go ahead and beat them. They've still got to beat them over 40 minutes. And Argentina, perhaps, are thinking they're not going to lose right now. They've been the dominant team in South America for a long time, but Parodi, it's another jump shot. Vitola hands it off to Scola. Well, kind of odd that Vitola had 3 players on him. Now Fittipaldo fouled by Scola. Long way away from the basket. And also that is number 5 over the limit. Not a good foul from Scola. So it puts Fittipaldo on the free throw line. Barreda goes out. It all comes back in for him. And also lining up to come in for Argentina is Juan Pablo Ballet, a 21-year-old from Weber Bahia. And you're looking at the MVP of the game, really, for Uruguay. Fittipaldo is supplying the points. Wow. And with that, Argentina go to the other end to take 2 free throws. So Iglesias picks up the foul. And now Deck misses the free throw. You see Iglesias pushing Deck. misses twice. But Juan Pablo Ballet almost tapped that one in. Quick pass to Fittipaldo, then sneaking in, then Passos picks up the foul. And it looked like almost Laprovitola just went down. Watch this. Well, Passos did perhaps make a little bit of contact with him. So Deck just missed a couple of free throws. Look at the brain trust. And 3 consecutive free throws missed by Argentina. And we saw Serbia lose earlier tonight at Germany, and the telling statistic was they were pretty poor from the free throw line, below 60%, like 58%. Laprovitola makes the second. Argentina 16 of 23 at the charity stripe. Uruguay are 5 of 9. Fittipaldo. Scola. Uh-oh, dangerous pass. Fittipaldo hustles back to Vidal. And again, Iglesias goes up and gets the rebound. Not a good sequence for Argentina. Good reach in from Laprovitola to force a turnover. Juan Pablo Ballet. Back to Redivo. And the Argentinians are starting to sing again. Scola, a little short. Redivo drives in. Juan Pablo Ballet. Redivo, right corner. Go! Argentina go back in front. Wow. Beautiful passing. And now Ballet reaches in, forces a turnover. I think he let him a little too much, Scola. But that was a great sequence for Argentina, going back in front, being patient, passing it, and Redivo goes to 18 points to lead Argentina with that three-pointer. In fact, he's got a game-high 18 now. Argentina 20 of 50 from the floor, and Uruguay 24 of 51. The big difference is Argentina make a lot more trips to the free throw line, 16 of 23, 69, almost 70%. And Uruguay have attempted just 9 free throws. They have made 5, 55.5%. Panama and Paraguay now underway. Neither team has yet to score. We've had some other results in the World Cup Americas Qualifiers. Dominican Republic stayed unbeaten yesterday when they rolled to a 96-63 win over the Bahamas in Nassau. And in Venezuela, they won in Barquisimeto over Chile, 77-56. To improve to 2-1. Chile dropped to 1-2. Brazil, they trailed early in Group B, but they battled back and they won 84-49 over Colombia. Canada weren't that impressive early, but they ended up rolling to a 118-89 win over the U.S. Virgin Islands. That, too, was in Nassau, the Bahamas. Remember, Scola went to the America Cup last summer but couldn't play. He got injured, and there he is, laying it up and in. Now it's a 3-point lead for the home team. Behind the back pass, Batista wide open. And then the foul coming from behind. It's not been Scola's best game, but you can still see he's very influential. Look at this. You think this town is glad that they're having a World Cup qualifier? Huge sporting moment for these great fans to be able to have a game with the national team. Here's Laprovitola going down the lane and drawing the foul. Olivaria is buzzing with basketball right now. Argentina will play their next game at Paraguay, and Uruguay will be at Panama. Those games will be early. Well, they'll be on Monday night. Parodi comes out of the game. Wonder what it is about the Argentinian fans that like to sing so much. Even when they have the national anthem, before the national anthem is completely sung, they're kind of singing and dancing. It's just a festival, isn't it? Great sporting nation, that's for sure. That's some famous personalities. Esteban Batista, fouled by Scola. Of course, Manu Ginobili is the longtime player of the San Antonio Spurs, and also a member of that golden generation for Argentina. Just a lot of great ones. Batista flies in and gets a two-handed dunk. A little bit of his athleticism. And Vidal now reaches in, takes it away. Fittipaldo. And Laprovitola gets a little bit lackadaisical at times tonight. Spin, deck hangs in the air, puts it up and in. Fittipaldo, nice pass to Batista. And Iglesias, what was he doing there, putting that shot up? Fittipaldo reaches in. Look at Esteban Batista get on the ground to tie him up. Great hustle from the veteran. Possession arrow goes to Uruguay. It's interesting, you know, take you back. Uruguay came back to take the lead, up several points, and I made the point that Argentina, the players, they're struggling, but I never got the feeling that they were worried. They're Argentina. And Uruguay, did they have the self-belief at that point? Well, what a play that is. The alley-oop pass to Esteban Batista. Maybe they're ready to shift into a higher gear. I don't want to write their chances off, but still a lot of work to do. For Devo. Inside now to Deck, who's becoming more active. Ball knocked out of his hands and out of bounds. Just 1 second on the shot clock. Fittipaldi comes out for, I would assume, a brief rest. And Scola was able to get it, put it up, but I think it was after the shot clock had expired. Barrera now. 3 minutes into the final quarter. Okay, Signorelli wants to talk, wants to take a timeout, wants to talk it over.
Saca Panchi. Esteban, uno cortito para sacar a Pepo. Está claro, uno cortito para sacar a Pepo. Pepo, recibís la bola. Vas al 2 con Lucho. Te vas al 2 con Panchi. Esteban, pic, está claro. Onza, cortina la espalda. Puede sorprender, ya está.
Uno arriba,
Ya está. No cambie con él.
Ahí.
Pero no.
Ahí.
Porque ellos no hacen
Sí, es que se guardan las luces.
Lo que hacen es esto. Pueden arrancar. No lo dejes ir al que va a bloquear.
Ahí está. Uno más, tire con la
No
mano
lo dejes
ya.
ir a la espalda. No, al revés. No lo dejes ir a batir.
Usted
A
con la
bloquear.
mano, tire. Ahí está. Ahora arriba.
Si es zona, primero hay que intentar encontrar el espacio para tirar. Después recurren al ofensivo.
68 para Argentina, 65 para Uruguay, 7-0 para finalizar el partido.
So Uruguay called the timeout. And see what they've drawn up here. Barrera gets it over to the corner, and Iglesias hits the three-pointer. Wow. Right out of the timeout. That is what you call execution to perfection. Brusino. Offensive foul called on Brusino. What's he telling him? He's, yep, that's a good call by the ref. Absolutely. And that was the play that they drew up that he called the timeout for. Barrera dribbles between the legs. And then Vidal just takes it right away from Laprovitola. Scores with the left hand. Boy, Laprovitola's had some struggles tonight. 4 turnovers. And to go with his 9 assists, so I guess a little bit better than 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. Balby's checked in, number 6, the guard. Gets it to Scola. Scola, wow. Good soft release from Scola. And even though he's had his struggles tonight, he still got his 20 points. 70 apiece, 5.5 minutes remaining. Air ball from Parodi. Brusino was in the next county. He drills a long three-pointer. He hit that one from Mar del Plata. He's got 18 points, 4 of 6 from three-point range. Vidal drives in, misses with the left-handed layup. He did the work, he just missed the shot. And now the handoff to D'Elia. Good penetration from Balbi. And now it's a 5-point lead for Argentina. So Batista fouled by D'Elia. And he goes to the line for some important free throws here. So they gave him the dunk and the foul, so 3-point play, and now Brusino drives in. And now Barrera. And the pass back, and Iglesias stepped into it this time but missed it. And Balbi got inside, had a good look at the layup, tried a little finger roll, but it wasn't enough. 3.5 minutes to go. What an exciting finish. Batista goes to work, a little double down from Brusino, and forced the turnover. And then Balbi goes behind his back, and his pass went through the hands of Scola. I don't know that Scola wasn't ready. He said something to Balbi there. Boy, Scola's played almost 30 minutes tonight. That's the most of any player on the court. Laprovitola has played 28 minutes, 33 seconds. Beck is now out of the game. Brusino's played 23.5 minutes. Fittipaldo for three, that fist goes, it's a big one. Uruguay back in front. And with that, Fittipaldo, I think, is 4 of 7 now from three-point range at 20 points. Scola. And a couple of turnovers now for Argentina have come at a very inopportune time. Question is, will Uruguay be able to take advantage? They took advantage on the last trip. Fittipaldo passes it back. Now Barrera gets it to Esteban Batista, and he scores right at the end of the shot clock. And Uruguay lead it by 3 points. Bounce pass, beautiful play. Scola inside, misses. And Uruguay now on the cusp of probably their biggest win in an awful long time. I thought Argentina had steadied the ship and they were going to be able to bring it home, but they have not executed well over this last few minutes. So 1:37 remaining, and the Argentina players return to the bench, and a little bit of a limp from Scola.
Tenemos ahí. A ver. 1:37, 75, 78 el partido, 3 la diferencia. Quiero escuchar.
Well, the highs and lows of Argentina and Uruguay, they've been going back and forth. And right now it's Uruguay.
De ese lado de la cancha. Luego, ya bien profundo. Lucio.
Ahí va.
Franco recibe.
Quiero
Enseguida.
escucharlos gritar.
Toco ahí.
¡Vamos!
¿Quién va atrás?
Vamos, no es trap por el fondo. No es trap.
Si
es
él
uno por
empieza a
uno.
jugar y va para
Empieza a
abajo,
picar,
Ahí
empieza a picar.
Ahí vamos. En el ataque, quiero que termine en este pick, para que pase el pase, ¿está bien? Quiero que terminen en este pick con el acá. Muchacho, Nachi, ¿dónde estás? Es esta defensa,
Vamos, dale, dale.
Well, that was the pass that got Esteban Batista the ball, and he got rid of it just in time. And then Scola limped off the court. I don't know if it's a calf problem. Looks like it is. Remember, they were breaking that time, and it looked like they had an easy layup. Bobby's pass, though, went right through Scola's hands. Deck gets the rebound, passes it back out. Brasino this time gets it inside to Deck. Brasino gets it back, and he gets fouled. So Brasino missed the three. Then when they got the ball back, he decided to, instead of taking another three, to penetrate, and he ended up getting the ball back in his hands and earns a trip to the free throw line. Makes the first one. 19 points for him. That's his first free throw. And makes the second one as well. He's just a natural shooter, isn't he? 4-7 from three-point range. 7 of 12 from the floor. Overall, 20 points. 1 point lead. Can Uruguay seal the deal? Barrera puts up a three. Oh, that was huge. He just became a legend in Uruguay for that one. Look at this. Fittipaldo passes, and then another pass to Barrera. And Scola steps out to take a three. And Barrera is holding his head. Watch this again. Well, he's holding the front of his head, but I didn't see him get hit there. So he's going to have to come out of the game. Looks a bit woozy, Barrera. I didn't see a clash of heads there. But that obviously he definitely looks dazed. So back to live action here. Fittipaldo almost an over and back. And then Balbi has to be careful that he doesn't commit an unsportsmanlike. That's the 4th foul on Argentina. So any more, they'll be over the limit. Boulevardia, the fans hoping they can give the team a lift. And Vidal talking to the ref, telling him Brasino wasn't giving him enough space. And now Fittipaldo is fouled, so he will go to the line. So Argentina electing to foul rather than to let time go off the clock. Fittipaldo makes both. And Barrera remains seated. And the teams retreat to the bench.
Acá la diferencia es pasar mejor, no. No, no.
A ver, vamos,
no,
arriba.
Olvídense. Cuerno que no jugamos toda la noche.
La última remera.
Rápido, de salida. Saca Lucio. No, saca Brusino.
A ver.
Nico, te metes acá. Dentro, van a cambiar en todo. Tiene que ser casi imaginándose que no hay bloqueo en velocidad para conseguir este tiro.
So Sergio Hernandez trying to draw up a game-winning finish here, and they just haven't played well in the last couple of minutes.
Arriba, primero intento robar y después de foul, ¿ok?
Ahora, 34 segundos.
Don't forget, these two teams will play each other again. And Nocioni must be thinking, wow, he's a VIP. He's got the VIP wristband, but he's not important enough to be on the court right now. They advance the ball. Balbi picked up his dribble. And to deck. Now Brasino for three. Gosh, he's good, isn't he? Absolutely 100% a great shooter. 5 3-pointers have been made by Brusino. Now Parodi and Brusino exchanging words. Brasino comes out of the game. I don't know why they're taking him out, because he's their best three-point shooter. Interesting. And Fittipaldo gets the front of the rim and gets it to fall in. Yeah, he's fouled out. Brasino, 5 fouls. That was the 5th foul. And wow, Barrera goes off looking a little bit worse for wear. And in fact, they called offsetting technicals. That's what it was. So, three-pointer is good. Gets it back to a 2-point game. So yeah, they were offsetting technicals. That's what it was. And it turned out to be Brasino's last foul. So he had to exit. And Scola, meanwhile, dons the Superman cape once again and hits the three-pointer.
Bien. Vos acá, perfecto. Pepo, Bruno, Mati, Lucho, Esteban. Como si fuera 3 para el tiro de 3 de Bruno, ¿está claro? Bruno, Mati, ángulo. Lucho, sacás a Esteban y con ángulo esto. Y recibís.
Well, the way the Argentinians are singing right now, they still think they're going to win it. That was the first three-pointer to fall for Scola. He had missed his first 4.
La última opción que le damos para que entre la bola de la cancha es grande y foul. Si entra por perimetrales, lo primero que hacemos doblamos fuerte para intentar que pierda el balón y si no foul. ¿Qué?
Well, that'll have to be a learning moment here for Brasino. Watch what happens. And Parodi kind of pulled him down, and then they start talking. And okay, you don't want to back down, but at the same time, sometimes you have to back away from conflict. And they did not. They both got technicals, and Parodi won the day because he got Argentina's best three-point shooter to pick up a technical foul, and he's going out of the game. Nobody came up, and they're able to foul Esteban Batista. Scola thought they went over and back. And have they just called a technical foul on Scola? Watch this. No. I did not see him go over, to be honest. So Esteban, well, this is the game. Esteban Batista will take the free throws, and then they will maintain possession. Because of the technical, Fittipaldo would take the technical. So it's effectively sealed the win for Uruguay, probably. If Fittipaldo makes this, makes it a 2-possession game, and they will also keep possession. So Brasino lost his cool, and now Scola's lost his cool. What else can you say? They've cracked. Argentina have cracked tonight. Scola fouled Batista to put him back on the line with 6.7 seconds remaining. So now Scola has fouled out of the game. Not the triumphant return home that he had envisioned coming for the World Cup qualifiers. So Ballet replaces Scola. And Batista makes it 88-83. So Uruguay in the battle of 2-0 teams, closing in on a famous win over one of their South American rivals. And the ball goes out of bounds, and that is it. Uruguay have claimed an 88-83 victory over Argentina. They have got 1 foot. Well, they are basically in the second round now. They're in the second round, and Argentina have made life a little bit more difficult for themselves as they try to get to the World Cup. When they look back on this, they'll know there are certain things they should have done better, including not losing their cool. But how special is this for the Uruguayan coach to beat his own country? Great win. The party's on for the Uruguayans. It's going to be a happy team dinner tonight. And they will be in a good mood now as they travel to go on for their next game. They will play at Panama. Well, you know, it's not. You have to be happy for Uruguay because they've been in that giant shadow that's been cast by Argentina for so long. So to get a win like this for their basketball program just means a lot for basketball in that country, and for these players that show up and work hard. They know that 17s will be going to the World Cup from the Americas, and now they've just really strengthened their claim to one of those spots. And Argentina now, the specter becomes a little bit more complicated for them. Well, the challenge becomes more complicated. So here are the highlights of the second half, and it was really, you know, Argentina seemed to have things in hand in the fourth quarter. The game was a little bit crazy, but nevertheless, Argentina still had a lead of, I'm just thinking right here, if you go back, Argentina led 75-70 with 4.5 minutes remaining after Brasino hit a three-pointer and D'Elia dunked it. But then Batista answered with a dunk and was fouled on the play, got a three-point play. And then Bruno Fittipaldo hit a three-pointer, a go-ahead three-pointer. And then Batista followed with a jumper, 78-75, and they never trailed again. Argentina got it back to 78-77 with a couple of free throws from Brasino, but then Barrera hit a crucial three-pointer, you'll remember, from the wing. That was Iglesias hitting a key three. And in the end, it was the celebrations Celebrations all the way around for Uruguay. And Signorelli and his coaching staff and the players, look at that. They have knocked off really the giants of South America, Argentina. And they have improved to 3-0 in their group. Argentina, meanwhile, have dropped to 2-1. And the other game being played tonight, Panama right now on top of Paraguay, if you want to watch that one. Anyway, it's been an eventful day. A lot more World Cup qualifiers action coming your way Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We look forward to having you. Thanks for watching.